It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports. It's been an interesting season so far. Lots of action, lots of intrigue. In this game, we'll see the Utah Jazz against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Well, for Milwaukee, on their home court against a subpar team, this is one they expect to win. As long as they play with effort, you have to like their chances. And here we go, in a league of teams that love to work the perimeter. Tonight we feature two teams that get it done in the post. This is a game, Shaq, and I know you love to watch.
Yeah, you got to try to physically dominate your opponent. You got to push him out the way.
Oof.
You got to elbow him.
Yeah.
You got to move him out the way.
There's only so much one man can take.
That's right, Ernie. But also, your team can also hit some threes that create room to operate.
Yeah, I hear
Hey, but Shaq, you got to be highly skilled. You can't just win with power. Now, the best post players have great hands and coordination. You cannot win with just power.
I got.
What are you counting?
He's counting rings.
He just didn't win with power.
He's counting rings.
Okay.
How many did you come up with?
4.
Yeah, me too. That'll do it. Both teams ready for tip-off. We send it out to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The Bucks look to take charge at BMO Harris Bradley Center, and we're bringing it to you live from Milwaukee here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And this game marks the start of a road trip here for the Jazz. And of course, Jay Crowder, this phase really the integration phase as he's getting into the new flow with his new team. An exciting time for him for sure.
And speaking of the trade, I spoke to him earlier, and man, was he excited about getting the opportunity at a fresh start. He thinks he'll be able to get them to that next level, and I'm sure that's what their thought process was when they made the deal.
And Brent, with the grind of the season really upon us, we're about halfway through. Is this the point where the bench helps a team be better, be a bigger factor in going forward from this point?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, Kevin. It's a great point that the depth of your team at this point in the year is something where coaches who feel confident about being a contending team, that they know they can rely on these guys to come in and bring the juice every night competitively.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, the tough defending Favors and Gobert make up the big men. Mitchell is out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Crowder in at the small forward position. Now here's Middleton. Derek Favors unable to get his shot to go. Bledsoe for 3. Gobert pulls it in. On defense, Milwaukee. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
You're going to win a lot of games when you can shoot the 3 ball the way they did in that one.
Well, you see the snowball effect here when they start knocking down those shots, and once guys get it rolling, it's just impossible for the defense to contain that kind of firepower.
And always feels good to get on the board first.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting contest. If you look at the competitive matchups out there tonight, we're in store for a good one.
Now, here's Rubio. He feeds it to Favors. Banked in off the glass.
Great patience on the block, elevating with ease and then sinking the close range shot over the top of the D.
Now it's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Jason Kidd.
Well, Kevin, he stressed to his players that it's all about the extra pass tonight. He said we have a bunch of guys who can score. As long as we keep everyone involved, our best defense is a good offense. Well, let's see if they keep the rock moving tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, DA. And guys, what do you make of David's report putting a premium on offense right away?
I think it's a good plan, as long as it doesn't come at the expense of their defense. They can't ignore that part of the game.
Well, I love the fact that there's no player ever in the history of this league that gets excited about a coach who talks about, we're really going to change up our defense and make sure that that's a priority. Guys are always excited about the O.
Feeds to Mitchell. That shot, no good. Good D by Parker.
Yeah, a bit of a tough start here at 1 for 4.
Took him no time at all on that one. Bledsoe's got 5.
Incredible that Antetokounmpo has grown the way he has as a leader for the ball club. He wants to make his teammates better, and you can see that with the way he passes the ball.
Here's Mitchell. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Houston. Gobert, the screen. And it's Mitchell missing.
It looked like he wanted no part of that. Superb defense there, really making it tough on him.
Gobert with the block. Mitchell kicks to Favors. That one, no good.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
Man, what a missed opportunity there. Really just came down to some poor timing.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
So it's the Jazz now after the basket by Milwaukee. Rubio, nice shot by Gobert.
A guy who converts well at the rim, you like to see the aggression there.
Yeah, it's the first quarter and he's already in attack mode, setting the tone right here.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates. And they just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
Now here's Favors. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Mitchell. Offline with his 3. Milwaukee leading by 5. Parker passes to Bledsoe. Parker, a screen on Rubio. Middleton outside. Henson sets a screen for Middleton. Shot clock at 5. Can't convert after the good screen.
That's a shot you got to step up on. Wide open, no coverage. Good shooters don't miss that often.
Mitchell dishes to Rubio. Nice ball movement by Utah. And it's Favors that time on the assist from Rubio.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Bledsoe kicks to Parker. Antetokounmpo up top. And the Bucks miss again.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
And Utah adding another terrific defender this summer, trading for point guard Ricky Rubio. Rubio on a bargain contract the next 2 years. A nice move by the Jazz's front office. And another thing with Rubio, the Jazz love to score with the pass. Few better playmakers in the league than Double R. Some might harp on his shooting, but he's a quality starting point guard.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, after the knee injury that Parker suffered as a rookie, you just really hoped all that explosiveness would come back. It did in a big way. Unfortunately, had another tear of the ACL, which started the process over again. But given his track record, I think he'll be back to form.
And Parker drops them both. And with Parker, that ability to cover so much distance so quickly is what makes him a tough assignment as a defender. Brent, you know, you hope the explosiveness can return after his latest setback.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He worked very hard to get it back just last season. And I expect him to do the same, and he just kept getting stronger as the season went on. That combination of Parker and Giannis on the wing started making people look at the Bucks in a little bit different light. And when Jabari's at full strength, boy, can he be explosive.
Now here's Middleton. A 14-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points. And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, defended by Crowder. Count it. Henson's got his first points of the night.
But defensively, you want to force Henson away from the rim, but you also have to get up on him in the mid-range.
Inside, Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
You know, we talk so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
Bledsoe kicks to Parker. Dishes to Antetokounmpo. Henson, a screen on Crowder. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. Rubio the pass to Mitchell. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Get the feeling that Milwaukee hit the jackpot with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Rare to get a superstar as elite as that in the draft, but they found him. He's the biggest superstar that this team has had probably since Michael Redd or Ray Allen.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And Brent for the Bucks. The team knows they need to build around Giannis Antetokounmpo, as he is a once-in-a-lifetime talent.
Well, the front office does have an idea of just how good Giannis is right now, but what he can be, and it'll be interesting how they decide to construct the roster. A lot of these guys are versatile and very, very long, and so that's problematic for the teams that are going to play against. The development has to come from within. This team could make a long playoff run if it does.
Now, here's Exum. Thonmaker unable to get his last shot to go. Down low, here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Muhammad. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Maker kicks to Brogdon. Floats one up. The shot, no good. Gobert with the defensive effort. Utah leading by 4. A nice shot by Exum.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here is Dellavedova. He had 10 points in the win against Dallas. He kicks it to Maker. They set the pick. It's Brogdon on the wing. Over Ingles. And that one's good, Brogdon. Brogdon's got his first basket.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Pass to Gobert. Exum kicks to Jerebko. Nice ball movement by Utah. Gobert the screen. Here's Mitchell. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Mitchell's got 7 points.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Ingles against Muhammad. Over Ingles. Muhammad, no luck.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play. That'll put Joe Ingles on the line. It's on Thonmaker. For Utah, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. A different look for Utah. Udo comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Burks in for Mitchell. Free throw drops for Ingles. Brent, coming down the stretch of a tight game, some coaches like to substitute for offense and defense. Others don't. What would be your preference if you were coaching?
I think the idea has to totally do with matchups, Kevin. You're looking out on the floor. If all of a sudden the guy you want with the ball has a mismatch or an advantage, I'm going to stay away from any sort of timeout to give a coach 60 seconds to talk about something that he could probably shut down. I might not be able to be as creative as what's just happened in the flow of the game, and I'll trust my player to make the right play for me at that time. Now, Thon Maker is one of the most intriguing players on this roster, without a doubt, as if they didn't have enough length already. Put the stretch. This guy puts the stretch in the term stretch 4. And interesting last year how Jason Kidd went to him during critical moments of their playoff series. So look out for Thon Maker to make some impact this year.
That free throw good from Maker. And Brent, as you said with Maker, he is a player who this team hopes to develop into a weapon in the post for him.
It was amazing last year because he played just about 25 games before the All-Star break kicked in. And then all of a sudden, the minutes went up, the production went up, the confidence went up. And people are thinking that Thon Maker is going to be a vital part to what the Bucks do in the future.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Utah leading by 7. Burks dishes to Urebko. Rebounded by Maker.
You got to make that. The defense was far from terrible, but man, that's an easy shot.
Pass to Dellavedova. They set the pick. Floats one. Rebound, Utah. Last time they met was in Utah.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story. And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Bucks trail by 9. Here's Muhammad. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova.
Well, a big reason why Dellavedova is out there is because he can see who's available.
Burks kicks to Udo. Out left to the wing. And here's Burks. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 1:44 left to play here in the first. Muhammad, no luck.
Well, the defense better look up and say thanks. Leaving guys that wide open is not a recipe for success.
Urebko, the pass to Udo. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Teletovic. And it's off the back rim, no good. Jazz leading by 6. On the wing, Ingles. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
Here's Urebko. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Urebko's got his second basket of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the dunk by Maker.
That's seeing the entire floor. Delhi quickly evaluating and delivering.
Utah shooting has been tremendous early. Their offense looking primed and ready for this matchup. Here is Udo. 11 points for him in that last game against Houston. Here's Exum. Milwaukee with the rebound. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Muhammad against Ingles for 3. Brogdon. It's rebounded by Udo.
And right now, I think just his demeanor is hurting the team. His shooting's been off, and he knows it.
Burks moves back up. Here's Ingles. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And it's Dellavedova missing. Now Ingles. He got it! That is one fantastic buzzer beater!
He hit that shot like it was nothing. Just another day at the office.
An incredible turn of events. It is bedlam here in the arena.
Rudy Gobert, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Utah. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Right back after this break. And Derek Favors, known for his work ethic, and he talked about his focus on developing his skills.
Yeah, I just want to get better. I just want to keep improving as a player throughout the year, just get better, keep making strides, and keep getting better in every aspect of my game.
Well, the desire is there, and sounds like the commitment that he's showing is to how far, Greg, you think he can go?
Well, you talk about desire and commitment, and then you throw in the fact that he has the talent that can be built upon and improved. One big factor will be injuries. That's the big X factor that determines so many more careers than desire. Talent and commitment, you need to stay on the court.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Love the pace they're playing with. Anytime you can get your offense going without the defense setting up, you've got a huge advantage.
Brogdon out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then there's Maker. Then there's Mirza Teletovic. And it's Muhammad in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw, no good for Burks.
And the Utah Jazz, historically, they've always been one of the better franchises in the NBA. And it was nice to see them back in the playoffs in 2017 after that 4-year rebuilding phase. It tied their longest playoff drought since the team moved to Utah.
Now, here's Brogdon. It's rebounded by Udoh. Udoh's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Burks. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And this Jazz organization operating in a small market, but over the years, so competitive.
Yeah, and a lot of times teams want to take shortcuts to contention. The Jazz know they're not going to win the free agent bidding wars. That creates a kind of discipline that they're looking to build from within.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And last season, injuries played a large part in what derailed the Bucks. Lost Middleton before the season started. Then, of course, Parker goes down. Brent, tough break for everyone.
Clearly no chance last year to get a glimpse of what this Milwaukee Buck team could be once they're full and once they're healthy. But they do have an opportunity, guys stronger and more improved and maybe a little bit more hungry to feed off that kind of success.
Now, here's Brogdon. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Bucks.
And really, the long ball hadn't been a big factor for him. Not a lot of attempts, not a lot of makes either. Nothing wrong, though, with probing inside on days when the shots aren't falling.
And that one falls for Muhammad. Hey, Brent, Jerry West once said that his ultimate lineup would feature 5 6'9" players. I like that. In a league that features so much switching, and you were just talking about this, would that be the perfect recipe for a versatile lockdown defender?
Well, I'd take 4 6'9" players in Jerry West. How about that? That might be pretty
Always
good.
include West with anybody, right? West with anybody.
No doubt about it. At 6'9", I think what Jerry's alluding to there, Kevin, is the fact that each of those guys would have a tremendous amount of length to cover up the floor. So foot quickness, lateral movement, and then that length to bother anybody, not only challenging shots, but also getting to the rim and making sure that there's some protection around the interior part of your defense.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
And that's where the defense failed. You can't let him throw that down. You've got to get over and foul him, send him to the free throw line.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Burks kicks to Yarebko. Nice ball movement by Utah. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Tipped away, stolen by Exum. He dishes it to Burks. Kicks it to Udo. And it's Exum in the corner. And Utah another 3.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
There's the feed to Dellavedova. The shot by Muhammad. Nobody around. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Here's Udo. Good D by Parker. Bucks trail by 18. 3-on-3. Stolen by Exum. Crowder against Muhammad. It's good.
Well, no defender is going to have a shot against that kind of play. He's just too tall to stop that close to the rim.
And Milwaukee calls their first timeout of the game.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. Utah also making some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Yarebko. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Dante Exum. Now here's Antetokounmpo. 20 points for him last game against Dallas.
And you could tell the defense was really nervous dribbling or passing the ball anywhere near him in that one. He took advantage of their indecisiveness continually throughout the night, racking up 3 steals.
They get the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
It's tipped. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, beyond the physical stuff, what I like about Giannis right now is the feel for the game. That time, great timing defensively.
Rubio outside. Passes to Crowder. 4 on the shot clock. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And when you look at Jay Crowder, he kind of bridges that gap between role player / star player. The numbers might not wow you, but his tough play at both ends of the court is extremely valuable.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And Greg, wouldn't you agree, Crowder clearly one of the best in the NBA in defending?
Without question. I mean, this guy guards 3 positions every night. And the combination of strength, quick feet, and then the quick hands make him a problem.
Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Bledsoe kicks to Parker. The dish now to Henson. To halt the run. Goes back up. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Your small forward stays active like Jabari Parker did that time down low, you'll get second chance opportunities.
The Bucks have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
Shooting one.
And Brent, 14 years in the NBA, you spent about half your time on the defensive end. Of all the guys you were matched up against, who was surprisingly difficult to cover?
It's funny, Kevin, because a lot of coaches would tell you I did not spend half of my time on the defensive end.
Well, I know better. I know better.
Surprisingly difficult to stop, I would tell you, it would be Mitch Richmond. Many years in Sacramento playing for the Kings. He was known as the Rock, and I can tell you why. Running into him and his physicality as a two-guard was very, very difficult to stop. One of the game's greatest two guards.
Sturdy, wasn't he? He was thick. He was hard to move is what I think about.
He was very thick and physical, which was something that I was certainly not. And they also ran a myriad of screens for him on every possession. The most potent offensive player they had was Mitch Richmond, and they would get him open every time. So a very difficult cover for me.
And here's Rubio following the three from Eric Bledsoe. And Favors has it in the corner. Over Parker. The Jazz again can't hit it.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Now the pass to Bledsoe. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Shoots over Crowder, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, I like the shot selection. I don't like the shot result. Won't happen much.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo against Crowder. Henson, a screen on Crowder. Here's Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall.
Somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
Yeah, that's pretty much a perfect pass, and that's also alliteration.
Bucks trail by 15. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Well, no matter how hard it's been, you want to stay positive, stay focused, and maybe a couple shots will get you right back in it.
During the pre-draft process, Brent, we're seeing more and more players refuse to work out for certain teams and for a variety of reasons. How would you feel about drafting a player who declined to work out for you?
I think I feel much better, Kevin, if I had a tremendous track record and confidence in the scouts that I have deployed throughout the season who've gone out and seen these players, not just once or twice, but 10 or 12 times over, where we could still make the assumption about what this player can do for our organization without having some personal time or the individualized workout. So it's up to your staff to do their diligence. Yeah, the smaller defender there really not having a chance. That's where a big guy needs to rotate over and help.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Here's Mitchell, defended by Middleton. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And let's go down to a list of players you can't leave open under any circumstances. This season's most accurate small forwards from the field. Second, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And that is such an efficient group offensively. That really is the best way to describe them. I mean, they never force anything and always wait for the right shot.
And when they get to those sweet spots, you can just count it. Each one of them is capable of having that kind of night where it looks like the bucket is about 5 feet wide for them.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
Rubio against Bledsoe.
Excellent job by Bledsoe to alter the shot. Even as a point guard, you can still affect your opposition.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Coaching staff has to like that ball movement, and it began with Bledsoe.
Bledsoe against Rubio. And the Bucks with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Takes the 13-footer. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Always take time to think about Jason Kidd and his career, having played against him in high school in the Bay Area in Oakland as he was a star of St. Joseph's. There was no question that back then he had the acumen and the intellect to be a coach. Was always that on the floor during his career, and doing it now in Milwaukee.
Bledsoe passes to Parker, feeds it to Antetokounmpo. Back to Parker, over Favors. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And as you said, Brent, Kidd, one of the great minds in the game, was a coach on the floor long before he was a coach on the sideline.
I think it's interesting for Jason Kidd and where he is now, because all these young players need experience to get smarter, and Jason is so smart. So I think he's waiting for a time where all of that intellect can catch up, and then everybody can be on the same page. Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
Rubio outside. Here's the screen. Favors, dishes to Mitchell. 6 to shoot. He can't get that one to fall. Excellent D there from Parker. Bucks trail by 15. Here's Middleton, and it's sent back by Mitchell. The drive by Rubio. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Rubio's got his first points in this one. Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. Timeout called the Bucks.
Started.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
Now, I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Makers checked in for Henson. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Jabari Parker. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Chris Middleton. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Joe Ingles is checked in for the Jazz. Antetokounmpo passes to Maker. They set the pick. Off the pick. The putback. Offensive rebound.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing. And one thing you notice with Giannis is just how much better this team is with him on the floor. What he brings on offense and defense is as huge as any player in our league.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
The first free throw is good. And Greg, with Giannis, the team is so much more dangerous with him on the floor offensively, and the numbers back it up.
Yeah, Giannis, one of the few difference makers who can impact the game on both ends. Causes a ton of turnovers with his D, but also can facilitate or carry a team with his offense.
And he makes both free throws. And when you watch Giannis out there, he just looked unstoppable, Greg, at times. The way he's able to attack the rim, the blend of size, speed, and length is just unparalleled in the NBA.
And it's the movement that throws you off with Giannis. One step, and he's gone from the 3 line to the rim. There isn't any way to stop someone that skilled who's that big.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Off the pick. He squares up and sinks it. Antetokounmpo's got 6 here in this quarter.
It's a good decision there. Giannis isn't easy to stick with, especially after the screen.
Back to Rubio. Here's Favors. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Antetokounmpo kicks to Brogdon. Back to Antetokounmpo over Ingles. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Now you could just tell in his gait and in the look on his face, he's in a great rhythm after a terrific first quarter. He is feeling it here in the second.
Now here's Rubio. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Pulls it up. Ingles can't get it to go. Bucks trail by 15. Stolen by Rubio. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Maker dishes to Teletovic. That one misses. The Jazz go the other way with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And despite the outcome, I think they'll feel a little better about that game. There are a lot of positives that they can take away from that performance.
No doubt some bright spots, more than you'd expect out of a loss like that, but it doesn't make the result any easier to take.
Here's Antetokounmpo after the basket by Utah. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Yep, that one goes in there. Antetokounmpo's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Yeah, this team would be in some bad shape, guys, if he wasn't scoring like this right now.
Now here's Rubio. To the inside. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And so it's Utah riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, your team is competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
Well, we're trying to defend. And, we've been a little bit fortunate, too, that missed some shots. But more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
Got to make them feel you. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Some incredible work in this one by Rudy Gobert. He had 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 steal. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this lead will continue to grow.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Bucks.
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
Welcome back to the Great Lakes. We're back on the shores of Lake Michigan here in Milwaukee, in the buildings in the background at Sunset in Wisconsin. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Antetokounmpo in this game has been everywhere.
It's been about his ability to just lock down the opponent from a defensive standpoint. A lot of shots also being blocked.
Well, I think big guys like to affect shots, but big guys love to send shots into the third row. That's an intimidating factor.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. So on the floor for Utah, the tough defending Favors and Gobert make up the big men. Ricky Rubio is out there with Mitchell, and it's Crowder in at the 3 spot. And it's the Bucks on the break. Utah with the rebound. Favors got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Rubio the pass to Favors. Here's Mitchell. Not really his range, and it's off target.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass, and a contested 3 is not your objective. One more maybe.
Parker on to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo on the follow. Antetokounmpo's got the first points of the second half here for the Bucks.
That's Giannis just fighting right there on the glass and using some of his size to carve out enough space.
And Favors has it in the corner. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Yeah, those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
And that is a statement. We're going to keep coming at you hard, even if we've got the lead. Tremendous effort. He will not be denied on the offensive glass.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Dishes it to Favors. Gobert, the screen. Goes up the baseline.
How about the reach from Parker? Extends his arms way up that time to get the block. And they've only connected on 1 of 4 to start the half. Their offense is sputtering just a little bit here.
And nicely done. Running the floor well, then attacking the rim.
The exclamation point in transition with the high percentage finish.
Here's Mitchell. 11 points in the game. To the paint. Here's Rubio. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 13.
Ooh, excellent work getting that close to the basket. Got to be happy getting those type of shots.
Bledsoe dishes to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall.
Well, I like the shot selection. I don't like the shot result. Won't happen much.
Mitchell passes to Crowder. Gobert with a screen for Rubio. Stolen by Henson. Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. 19 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Rubio dishes to Gobert. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And we take a look here at the shot chart for Utah.
And when you come into a game with the mindset of going right at the rim and not settling for outside shots, this is what your shot chart will look like. Every chance they've had to either attack the paint or play back to the basket, they've taken it, and it's been a complete success thus far.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Well, no matter how hard it's been, you want to stay positive, stay focused, and maybe a couple shots will get you right back in it.
Rudy Gobert with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, he is on a major role today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
And Utah making a change here. Udo's checked in. Now here's Muhammad. 5 points in the game.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Parker. He's averaging 19 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy, all elements right now working together, and the game is coming so easy right now.
That's good from Exum. Exum hits them both. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Bledsoe with it. 8 points for him. Henson with the screen, fires the three, and Muhammad the bucket on the assist from Eric Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Jazz leading by 9. Exum passes to Urebko. And it's Udo atop the key. Burks kicks to Crowder. Over Parker. Tries again. Rebound, Milwaukee. Henson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Crowder with the steal. Here's Urebko. Oh,
goodness. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And Milwaukee has possession. Following the bucket by the Jazz. Muhammad, no luck. Burks with it. Now guarded by Bledsoe. Here's Crowder. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Muhammad. The Jazz have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. Bucks trail by 12. Here's Middleton. He's got 6. Parker, a screen on Burks. Here's Bledsoe, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Bledsoe's got 10.
And Bledsoe felt really good on that one. A good shooter from the in-between areas.
And Brent, over the course of the last few seasons, we've seen Bledsoe move into more of a playmaking role.
Well, I think at the point guard position, you need to be a vocal leader. That's something that the coaching staff has continued and encouraged him to do. There's a lot of young players around him, and sometimes that guidance can help you be a little more consistent throughout the course of a 48-minute game.
Here's Bledsoe after Alec Burks has scored. And here is Muhammad. 8 points for him. Here's Henson, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Henson's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, this is where Henson gets plenty of his points trolling the offensive glass.
Now Burks, 6 points for him from deep. The rebound by Middleton. Parker outside. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Wide open look. And John Henson with the slam.
They don't want John Henson getting in that close. Feels like he could just reach up while he's on the ground and still get that done.
Now here's Burks. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Here's Urebko. Just 5 on the clock. 11 feet away. That one rolling around and rims out. Bucks trail by 8. Middleton dishes to Muhammad. Bledsoe outside. He kicks it to Henson. A shot by Middleton. Wide open. No good on the 3.
And that's a rare sight. Usually shooters make the defense pay when they're that lackadaisical.
And take a look at this. Every team loves to have guys like these. Big men who can pass like guards. These are their assist totals on the season. Second is Jabari Parker.
It takes a tremendous feel for the game to be able to make the passes these big guys are capable of making out of the low post.
Well, an offense that's unpredictable can be tough to guard. The ball doesn't go into the low post and never come out. It keeps moving thanks to their passing ability and playing unselfish basketball.
That free throw, no good. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Akers checked in for John Henson. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Jabari Parker. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Chris Middleton. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And Utah with a change here, too. Ingles is checked in. That one is no good. Bucks trail by 8. Here's Muhammad. Maker with the ball. You don't want him. Maker kicks to Dellavedova. Back to Maker. Shot clock at 5. Off the mark and a bad shot there. Jazz leading by 8. Burks kicks to Yarebko. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Bucks trail by 11. Pass to Dellavedova. Here's Muhammad. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. And that's now 11 points for Shabazz Muhammad.
Well, the D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
Now, here's Ingles. He has 6. Yarebko can't get it to go. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For Utah, they have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts. No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Bucks trail by 9. Pass to Muhammad. Now here's Brogdon. He's tightly guarded. Burks with it. He's got 7. Good work there as it goes. Burks has got 9 points. Milwaukee's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Fires the 3. Muhammad, no luck.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And it's Exum. That time on the assist by Burks. And that's 11 points for Dante Exum. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting approximately 43% in the third quarter. Here's Brogdon. He dishes it to Maker. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Brogdon. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. To take a look at the Warriors. They hold the first place spot in the conference, just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And of course, the Utah Jazz. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And seeing where Utah is, nobody was calling on them to kind of set the world on fire. But even those modest expectations have yet to be realized.
Yep, any glimmers of hope that may have been there early for them have all just disappeared at this point. It's looking more and more like a season that will not end well for this team.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Maker passes to Dellavedova. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Well, for a guy who really struggles inside the three-point line, Dellavedova with a nice move there.
Here's Exum. He's got 11. Here's Udo. And he banks in the layup. Udo's got his first 2 points of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Teletovic the screen. And here is Dellavedova, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Muhammad.
And the work he's doing from deep has been fun to watch. Great looks, and he's knocking them down. His ability and threat to drop those long-range bombs on a defense really makes their offense click.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. With Dellavedova on the team, he just seems, Brent, to be the perfect fit with the rest of the roster.
Well, Dellavedova the year before, Kevin, had one of the best catch-and-shoot percentages in the NBA. So if Giannis is getting any kind of added attention out there on the perimeter, having Delly spotted up, able to shoot the three, that helps out your offense a bit.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Muhammad. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Udo. Favors comes in for Urebko. Mitchell, he's checked in for Burks. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Exum. And Rubio kicks to Mitchell. From deep. Rebounded by Maker. Maker's got his fourth rebound in this one. The feed to Antetokounmpo. Teletovic the screen. Off the pick. That's short off the rim.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Passes it to Ingles. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
It's a beautiful jam.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
1:05 left in the third quarter. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. The Jazz again can't hit it.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
I tell you what, I'd settle for having as many points in this game as he has rebounds.
And he's just working and working and working. Tireless.
Now here's Rubio. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. The pass to Brogdon. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. First trip to the line for him here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Brogdon. And so he makes both from the line. So it's Utah now. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Mitchell kicks to Favors. And that one, good. Favors has got 10. Bucks trail by 13. Now, Antetokounmpo. 21 points in the game. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Here's Rubio. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Utah Jazz. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Right back after this break. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
We're not talking to each other, offensively or defensively. Let's talk.
And Coach Jason Kidd citing one of the things that can happen over the course of an evening, a breakdown in communication.
And the problem is, even in a league of superstars, this is ultimately a team game. You have to work together to succeed.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Mirza Teletovic out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. Then there's Maker. And it's Brogdon in at the 1. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Gobert with the block. Here's Mitchell. Misses the 3. Bucks trail by 11. Brogdon with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Brogdon kicks to Teletovic. There's the dish to Antetokounmpo. That cuts the lead to single digits. Antetokounmpo's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Bucks. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Now here's Gobert. He's guarded closely. Rubio. Teletovic grabs the board. Teletovic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Dellavedova kicks to Teletovic. A three-pointer, no good.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Ingles dishes to Favors. Nice ball movement by Utah. This one for 3. And it's Mitchell missing. Bucks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Kicks it to Maker, shoots a 3, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. 7 points for Thon Maker.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
Now, here's Rubio. And the layup falls. And the Jazz lead by 8.
And you'll take that shot every time down. Beautiful work all the way around.
Pass to Brogdon. Over in the corner, Dellavedova. Teletovic the screen. Dellavedova kicks to Teletovic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Stolen by Brogdon, and Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for Milwaukee. John Henson's checked in for Maker. Jabari Parker comes in for Mirza Teletovic. And Middleton subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. And Utah with a change here, too. Crowder, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Utah leading by 8. Left side Favors to the middle. Rubio misses. The Bucks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
Mitchell kicks to Favors. Fires from deep. A rebound by the Bucks.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket for Middleton. Gobert with a screen on Brogdon. Rubio the pass to Gobert. Rubio against Brogdon. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Wait, did you just say trickeration, GA? I think it's a size disadvantage there that he was willing to attack, but you have to develop that skill set and have counters.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Milwaukee. Throw good. Rubio.
And Ricky Rubio, known mostly for his ability to pass it and create opportunities for teammates, but I think he's an underrated defender at that point guard spot, and maybe he doesn't get the credit he deserves defensively. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Gobert with a screen on Bledsoe. And it's Rubio penetrating. Gobert. And Henson pulls it down. And Greg, for Rubio, his defense is something that isn't talked about, but is certainly present all the time.
Yeah, I mean, he's smart, fast, he moves his feet well, and has terrific anticipation with his hands. Great playing both on and off the ball, and just aware of his spacing and a player's tendencies.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
You hear the coaches talk about Giannis and his drive to be great. And he continues to add something different to his game every year.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Bledsoe following the bucket by the Jazz. Down low, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And Middleton getting up there allows him, with that height, to get up and jam it down.
Rubio dishes to Mitchell. Gobert with a screen on Middleton. Mitchell kicks to Favors. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Bucks trail by 4. Right wing. Parker passes to Henson. Favors against Parker. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Pretty calm in the paint there from Jabari, taking his time and getting the shot that he wanted.
Rubio dishes to Gobert. Rubio with a screen on Henson. Here's Mitchell, defended by Middleton, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And it's Mitchell missing.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't figure out what's wrong, but he keeps trying to push through.
Utah has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Middleton.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon, because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Utah leading. Now, here's Rubio. Back to Favors. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. For Milwaukee, they've gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Here's Antetokounmpo, softly drops in the floater. Antetokounmpo's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, Giannis is taking over this game. He is all over the place and very active on offense right now.
Here's Mitchell. They set the pick. He feeds it to Gobert. Dishes to Mitchell. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Jabari Parker. And he knocks down the first one. And Mitchell drops them both. Here's Bledsoe. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Jazz leading by 4. And Rubio kicks to Mitchell. Outside Crowder. Feeds to Gobert. To the paint. Clock at 6. Here's Favors. Good. Favors got 6 here in this quarter.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
And Middleton kicks to Bledsoe. Count the basket.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Rubio the pass to Favors. Here's Mitchell. Down low. Favors with the screen. And it's Mitchell missing.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Utah's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. No good that time. And Milwaukee the other way now. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Now, here's Rubio. Pass to Favors. Outside Crowder. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Free throw good, Crowder. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Bucks trail by 3. Here's Middleton. Offensive rebound. On to Antetokounmpo. But they'll get another chance.
And the offensive rebounding really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board.
And Parker playing with a ton of confidence. And these are the moments that the team looks to him to get things like that done.
And here's Rubio. After Jabari Parker made that last 3-pointer. And Rubio kicks to Crowder. He dishes it to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. Back to Rubio. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jabari Parker.
You know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets overlooked is his defense. Both his on the ball and defensive rebounding are very strong for the point guard position.
The first free throw is good. free throws good from Rubio.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Henson, a screen on Rubio, and the wide open shot from Bledsoe. That one wide left. Utah has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Rubio dishes to Gobert. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And that one falls for Ricky Rubio. And so he makes both from the line. Bucks trail by 4. Antetokounmpo up top, defended by Crowder. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. 10 points for Henson.
A cool, calm finish by Henson, putting up points with his team needing that one.
Here's Mitchell. He kicks to Gobert. Rubio outside. Here's Mitchell. Off target with his 3.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Crowder with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Mitchell passes to Crowder. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 4.
Commending the unselfish play there. What vision on that pass.
Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. Now the feed to Antetokounmpo. Can't hit from in close. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Bledsoe with guarded now by Rubio.
He's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
His rebound total now in the double digits. Been an animal all night long.
Now here's Rubio. The kick out to Crowder. Offline with his 3. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And so they foul intentionally. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. Timeout called, the Bucks. They trail by 5. 30 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gobert.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jason Kidd went over with his team. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're trailing by 5. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Well, I mean, if they can score, then they're going to have to foul immediately.
Well, I'm sure that's part of the discussion, not whether to foul, but maybe who.
Nails it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Big-time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And thanks to his good work at the line there, now we have a 2-possession ball game.
So it's the Bucks now.
Clock's ticking. They got to get up a shot.
Yeah, and then you have to foul right away on the inbounds, maybe the first person who touches the ball.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Parker kicks to Bledsoe. Off target from outside. And so it's Utah with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum. Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
You know, I think it's just staying in the defensive end. You know, sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.